Ladies and gentlemen, joining us here in the Christian Brothers Conference Centre, and those of you watching from at home online, welcome to our assembly for week 5. We are halfway there. Today, it is with great joy that we will feature our Principals Award winners, those students whose application to study in semester 2 last year saw a significant increase, a significant boost in their results between that semester and the previous semester. So we congratulate those men on that fine effort. We will also launch the 2021 Great Debate, and we will launch our cross-country program's GPS campaign for 2021. There will be the usual odds and ends and business pertaining to week 5, which we'll cover towards the end. And of course, we'll finish with our 3 cheers and our school song. But first, we will reflect and we will pray. The United Nations has designated February the 20th of every year as the World Day of Social Justice. Now, we speak a lot about social justice here at Nudgee, and we launched our social justice program for 2021 from this spot last Tuesday. I want to look at it a little bit differently today, though. Social justice is not something we do. It is who we are. It is part of our identity as individuals, as a community here at Nudgee, and as a church. It is part of who we are. Christians believe very strongly that every human has the capacity, intellectually and emotionally, to know right from wrong and to make decisions in accordance with our conscience. We believe very firmly that each and every one of us can see justice and work to protecting it or improving it, and to see injustice and to do something about stopping it or removing people from the harm that injustice brings. Each and every one of us has that capacity. And every time we fail in meeting those expectations of our heart and our mind to do good, then we have failed God's vision for the world. We have failed ourselves, we have failed our community, and we failed God. Benny, how about you have another go at that? See? Simple. That message of faithfulness to ourselves, to each other, and to God was the message I gave you last Wednesday at the beginning of Lent. And every Lent is an opportunity to acknowledge that we don't always get those things right, but to stop and pause and to see where those opportunities are in life to do good, to be good, and to provide good for others. And then to go out and do those things. And that is what we call social justice.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Grant, gentle Father, that your Spirit may give us the will and the courage to act to make a difference, in order to make real your kingdom among us, so that we all live together in peace, truth, justice, and love, sharing the resources of the earth. Amen. Live Jesus in our hearts.
Forever.
In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Good morning, Mr. Fulliger, special guests, parents, staff and men of Nudgee. The Principals Awards recognises students who've made the greatest academic improvement from one semester to the next. To determine the winner, Mr. Fulliger reviews the progress made in both academic grades and learning habits. The Principals Award encourages and rewards students who have shown improvement rather than the top grade. It's an award that reinforces Mr. Fulliger's mantra of being the best Nudgee student you can be. And what is really impressive about the young men who will receive their awards today is that they have applied themselves to improve. Maybe this time last year, they were sitting in the audience, not happy with how they had worked previously, and decided to turn things around. And now, here they are. Corbin Duncan famously likened the opportunity of attending Nudgee to getting a golden ticket to life. So the question you need to ask yourself is, are you making the most of your golden ticket? And just as importantly, are you stopping others from using theirs? At Nudgee, we ask you to make every lesson count, and at the same time, we as teachers like to ensure that every student counts too. So set your goals to improving your learning habits, and the improvement in your grades will follow. Maybe we might even see you up here on stage next semester. Please welcome Mr. Fulliger to the stage to congratulate the students. Miss Leslie Gardner, Head of Humanities Faculty, will present the first group of award recipients.
Mr. Fulliger, it gives me great pleasure to present the following award recipients to you. Can we please hold our applause until the end of each group? Year 5 will not feature in the Principals Awards today, as we haven't yet had the chance to track their improvement. Many Year 5 boys will be awarded for a range of achievements in the coming semesters and years. We look forward to seeing them on stage. In Year 6, the Principal Award recipients are Henry Elzinga, Harvey Fenton, Lachlan Kendall, Lachlan Patterson, Cooper Penty, can we please congratulate our Year 6 award recipients? In Year 7, the Principal Award recipients are Jack Beaumont, Harper Campbell, Harry Malcolm, Harrison Roach, Lachlan Wong, can we please congratulate our Year 7 award recipients? In Year 8, the Principal Award recipients are Darcy Aquilina, Isaac Caputo, EJ Harrison, Benjamin Mason. Nicholas Zaytoon. Can we please congratulate our Year 8 award recipients? In Year 9, the Principal Award recipients are Ajax Anderson, Craig Lightbody, Finn Radford, who is away, Gabe Thompson, Crony Tissot, can we please congratulate our Year 9 award recipients? Please welcome Miss Louise Nardi, Head of Mathematics Faculty, to present the award recipients for Years 10, 11 and 12.
In Year 10, the Principal's Award recipients are Max Kerr, Hayden O'Sullivan, Patrick Snell, Jack Weiss, Spencer Williams, can we please congratulate our Year 10 award recipients? In Year 11, the Principal's Award recipients are Harrison Curry, Ewan Halliday, Lachlan Kent, Harry McCulloch, can we please congratulate our Year 11 award recipients? In Year 12, the Principal's Award recipients are Lockie Canty, Daniel Carroll, Adam Demont, Alexander George, Thomas Maxa, can we please congratulate our Year 12 Principal's Award recipients? And we congratulate all of the students who received a Principal's Award. Thank you.
Good morning, Mr. Fulliger, college leadership team, special guests, parents, staff and gents. I'm pleased to announce some changes to the spectator restrictions for GPS sport and activities. We thank Mr. Fulliger and the GPS principals for revising the spectator limits and approving increases to crowd capacities at our events. Most importantly, this allows Nudgee boys to watch their peers compete for the first time in almost 12 months.
The timing of the announcement is obviously perfect as we head into round 5 with Gregory Terrace. So gents, for you, debating will now be held in Tierney Auditorium with a capacity of 250. Volleyball can host up to 500 spectators in the McHenry Centre, and cricket up to 1,500 at either the Flats or the Ross Wilkes precinct. Boys who are interested in spectating at the Senior A debate on Friday night, please stand by and follow student notices for a sign-on form. Obviously with 250, that is a great number, but we still will have to manage that carefully. So we ask all boys your support in following that. As you are aware, in GPS sport there are 4 GPS championships, beginning with swimming next week, followed by rowing, cross country, and then concluding in term 4 with track and field. These championships are unique to other premierships we play for, as they measure the true depth of our programs, with multiple boys from each age group competing for a final team result. Championship sports require boys to always put the team in front of personal glory. I share with you some results data on the screens around the room. And a question for you to consider: what do those tables say about Nudgee sport? For me, it speaks volumes about our desire to be the best we can be in all sport. It highlights how we put the team first, always. And it shows Nudgee boys' commitment to participate in more than one sport. An example might be a football boy who's competing in an A team, but then also joining the cross-country team. We've done that for 130 years, boys. An outstanding achievement and something that stands us alone from many of our competitors. So in our 130th year, my challenge to you is to continue to push out of your comfort zone. Strive for selection in one of these great sporting events. Be that Nudgee man who always puts his team first. We'll now watch a video of our cross-country pre-season, followed then by an address from our cross-country squad seniors Malachi Tuck and Leo Fairley.
All that I want in this life is the chance to do my thing. All that I want in this life is the chance to do my thing. Yeah. I want the top. All my people right there in the back of the spot. I need the top. If you know me, you don't know me to stop. I need the top. All my people there in back of the spot. Let them get shot. Yeah. And you don't just wake up rich one day. It's kind of life, never just slip your way. I gave up taking carefree trips to the bay. Cali bound is cause I got a flip in LA. Paris bound cause the new video's on the way. No breaks for me, no vacays for me. I advance every minute, boy, I live it. I want the top. All my people right there in the back of the spot. I need the top. If you know me, you don't know me to stop. I need the top. All my people there in back of the spot, let them get shot. Yeah.
Good morning, Mr. Fulliger, special guests, staff, and my Nudgee brothers. Our cross-country season is well underway, with 3 solid weeks of training plus holiday training under our belts. Joining us this year are coaches Daniel Moen, NC Old Boy 2014 and Tokyo Olympic hopeful, and Declan Cabot, 2020 College Ducks and cross-country captain. Unsurprisingly, our sessions consist of a great mix of tempo runs, intervals, and track work, all to prepare us for GPS cross-country championships in May 20. This Friday afternoon, we'll be hosting Terrace, St. Margaret's, Ambrose Tracy, and Stuart Home at our annual invitational time trial.
The events include a 2K time trial for our junior boys and a 3K time trial for our 13s to opens. Starting on Hendry, we'll head up to Wilkes and Ross before heading back to the southern end of the campus. If you would like to join us, please find the sign-on link in the student notices or on the NCXE team app. Following the time trial, our season launch will take place in Teenie from 5:30. For only $5, you can get a burger and drink and listen to our guest speaker, bronze Olympic winner, Dane Bird-Smith. Additionally, we'll be selling raffle tickets in order to potentially win a Garmin Forerunner 4.5 watch, a pair of Brooks running shoes, a Rebel gift card, and 2 Nike water bottles. Tickets are 3 for $5, 7 for $10, and tickets will be available at training or on the night. We look forward to seeing many of you there. Please now enjoy a highlight video of our volleyball season.
Waking up to action dust. I wipe my brow and I sweat my rust. I'm breathing in the chemicals. I'm breaking in, shaping up, then checking out on the prison bus. This is it, the apocalypse. Whoa, I'm waking up. I feel it in my bones. Enough to make my system blow. Welcome to the new age, to the new age. Welcome to the new age, to the new age. Raise my flag, down my clothes. It's a revolution, I suppose. We're painted red.
All right, a little bit earlier than I anticipated, but good morning, everyone. Good morning, Mr. Fulliger and the college leadership, colleagues, families, those joining us remotely, and students of Nudgee. Quickly, before I get into what I'm mainly talking about today, I would like to echo Mr. Kendall's sentiments that we're looking forward to welcoming you back to the auditorium for debating this Friday night, but please do keep an eye out on the notices and your emails for more information. So 2021 has been a year of many changes for Nudgee College. The campus has seen massive upgrades that are nearing completion. Our community is the largest it's ever been, with long waiting lists for enrolments. It's the first year a non-senior has been allowed into the senior aid debating. My hair's finally long enough to tie up. And we've opened our gates to those in early childhood with the Mary Rice Early Learning Centre just across the road. But is it time that we open our gates wider? They've moved an inch. Is it time they move a mile? After 130 years, should the 10,000 brothers become the 10,000 siblings? Should Nudgee College go co-ed? Now. All right, thank you, gentlemen. So, regardless of your own opinion on this topic, we can all certainly agree that it's controversial. I've been told that Ms. Hitchings and Ms. Shipley in the development and communications team have been inundated with emails from our extended community since we announced this topic, so we know that we picked a good one. Let me be clear in saying we're not actually making a recommendation that this change be made. Yeah, I'm sorry. So, as part of the celebration of everything that is Nudgee College in this, our 130th year, we will be holding a great debate. For those who are new to the concept, a great debate is one where we discuss, argue, and throw shade around a not-so-serious topic. Basically, it's just a lot of fun to watch. Next Wednesday, the 3rd of March, 3 of your senior A's will be going head-to-head against a formidable team of NC alumni. They are Dom Carroll, 2008 Old Boy and our current senior A coach, Zach Mansfield, 2014 Old Boy, and Isaac Roardi, 2019 Old Boy and college vice captain. Not that you needed any more reason to come, but there's going to be free food and drinks too. Sign up is going to be on a Google form via the student notices, and your formal uniform with blazer for 7 to 12 is required to be worn. So, should Nudgee College go co-ed? Find out next Wednesday night. See you there.
Well, that's got you engaged, hasn't it? What a good topic, what a good question. I'm glad I don't have to answer it myself, to be fair. Thank you, Sensei Maciol. Parents who are here with us, those online, colleagues, and of course, Nudgee men. Morning, men. We introduced the assembly there. Ms Becker talking about the Principals Awards, and that's something that I highly value, like all the awards we present through the year. But I guess because the term principal is put beside it, I have a particular vested interest in the awarding of that award. We changed it just a few years ago to really acknowledge that notion of improvement. You will have heard me talk many times over my 7 years around the quiet achiever, because there's something about that award, it's accessible to every one of you boys. It's accessible to every boy in every year level. Whatever pathway you're on, whatever combination of subjects you are on, everyone have the capacity to learn. It's acknowledging your learning. And really the award is the end result of that improvement. That improvement comes, I think, from two things. There's a process. Those boys have got more organised. They got more committed. They set themselves goals. They faced some disappointment and got over it. Whatever their individual story in that improvement, 30-odd boys across the school. But also reflects, I think, an attitude, and perhaps that attitude comes first. The attitude of committing to something. The attitude of changing your mindset towards learning. You're changing your mindset towards a particular subject, changing your mindset towards a particular challenge that's in front of you. But it's around adopting a lifeline attitude, not just in year 10 or not just in year 12, but one that will take you forward beyond the school gates of Nudgee is what we're about. And so I share a story today about a historical figure I think that reflects something of that. You won't find him on Insta. I doubt you'll find him on TikTok. But his story goes back to the 1800s, a historical character. I want to share a little bit about his story. He was born into poverty, and so his education was something he did himself, who wasn't formally schooled. And the story reads something like this. Many years ago, a young man drifted through his teens. And boys, there's a few of you who'd be drifting through your teens as well. And then into his 20s. When he hit 31, that's a long way off if you're 11 years old or even 15, but it'll come pretty quickly, boys. When he hit 31, he thought, I'd better get myself going and do something. So he formed a partnership and went into business. But in 18 months, he was bankrupt. Then he decided that since he was broke anyway, he'd go into politics. Not too sure what the connection between being broke and politics is, but anyway, there you go. At his first local election, he lost badly. 2 years later, aged 34, he went back into business. Bankruptcy followed again. A year later, he thought things were improving, and when he met and fell in love with a lovely lady, sadly, she passed away. At 36, he suffered a nervous breakdown and was confined to a hospital bed for 6 months. Perhaps today we would say he was depressed. The expression is nervous breakdown. It recovered a lot of things back in the day in the 1800s. the good story is that it continues. He recovered. He went back into politics, running for another local government post. You guessed it, he lost again. He started another business with a little more success. So at 43, he decided to run for the US Congress. That's like our Parliament boys. He lost. At 46, he ran for Congress again, and he lost again. At 48, he ran for the Senate. He lost that as well. When he was 55, so boys, he's had a lifetime of struggle. He's had a lifetime of disappointments. He's had a lifetime of setting goals and sometimes achieving them, but often not. But you know what? He never gave up. When he was 55, he tried for his party's nomination for vice president. He was badly defeated. At age of 58, he ran for the Senate again. And you guessed it again, he lost. So you'd think he might have given up by this stage. He's turning 60, you'd think at this stage, pack it in. He didn't. And through fate and his own persistence, finally at the age of 60, he was elected as president. And if you could bring up the images of who I'm talking about, please. We're talking about a famous figure from history, Abraham Lincoln. Thanks, boys. So he reached the pinnacle of the United States of America after that story of repeated failure. A lifetime. He reached it when he was 60, not when he was 16. So what did he do when he got there? He was the 16th president of the US. He was president from 1861 to 1865. And if you follow current politics today, they talk in the United States being a very divided country between the different sides of politics, whatever about that. This period of the US history, if you happen to know it, was the time of the American Civil War, where not only were they divided as a country, but they were in battle, the North versus the South. And he maintained that presidency. In fact, he brought about unity across the country ultimately. He also ended slavery. So in a day where we talk about social justice today, he brought about the end of slavery in the United States. He reformed the US economy and gave it the foundation for what it is today, the modern powerhouse of the world. So I share with you that story of Abraham Lincoln. I hope as a motivator for some of you who are sitting there thinking, well, perhaps you could be here at the end of semester 2 or at the beginning of semester 2 after semester 1 to motivate you just that little bit more. So boys, as we've hit midterm and it's week 5 and we've started the term well, we've started the year really well. Year 12s have got the IA1s behind them, largely speaking, and can now focus on what's ahead for them. The rest of you, we have assessment in a few weeks' time at the end of the term. We've got GPS swimming, we've got the great debate, we've got the head of the river. You've got the final weeks of competition in volleyball and cricket and other things as well. But boys, at the same token, you must keep that focus. One of the things I've observed over my years here in week 6 or 7, sometimes it's week 8, the wheels fall off some boys' buses where they lose a little bit of confidence and maybe they haven't done the work they should have. And that's where, boys, you must reach out, seek that support of senior teachers, seek support of your teachers to help you over these next few weeks to ensure that good start comes to a fruition with a very, very good finish to the end of the term. So, boys, I look forward to that. And perhaps even in the way you go about things today, perhaps there's a little disappointment waiting for you that you don't even know that's coming your way. In a class today, at the end of the day, at training or rehearsals, wherever it may be, every one of us today might find a challenge or a disappointment. I hope that little story about Abe Lincoln stays with you should that disappointment come your way today. Boys, have a great day.
Waking up to action dust. I wipe my brow and I sweat my rust. I'm breathing in the chemicals. I'm breaking in, shaping up, then checking out on the prison bus. This is it. were painted red to fit right in. Whoa. I'm breaking in, shaping up, then checking out on the prison bus. This is it, the apocalypse. Whoa, I'm waking up now. Don't make my system blow. Welcome to the new age, to the new age. Welcome to the new age, to the new age.
Nudgee community, I congratulate all the boys presented today and particularly the effort from some in making presentations or in producing those videos. They always add something to College Assembly. Gentlemen, just before we head off to period 2 today, a reminder to year 10s of something that we haven't done now for 12 months. Year 10, you'll help us after this assembly pack up the chairs, and I can sense great enthusiasm about that from here. So gents, we will be packing up the chairs. Apart from the black chairs at the front, they will remain where they are, and thank you to year 10. Gents, on the screen behind me, in terms of what is going on in our community this week, there are a number of things. Some year 5s are off on retreat today. The remainder are in their classroom watching this assembly, and we wish them well as they head off for their very first Nudgee retreat, focusing on the Edmund Rice story and how to live that out at Nudgee. The boarders will be in here on Thursday night for their boarding formal dinner, and that will be a very large night where we host Stuart home as well. Then we head to Friday and the weekend with an extraordinary amount of co-curricular events, and we certainly send off and wish very well the Cattle Club and show team for their first major outing for this year. Mr. Kennellan has mentioned the change, the positive change to the restrictions in terms of our support at some of those GPS events this weekend. So, Nudgee gentlemen, we need to be somewhat across our numbers, and we have to keep a register of who is present to those. So today, year 12 you will get first preference. You'll receive a link to a Google form where you can register your interest to the Senior A debating on Friday night and volleyball on Saturday. I'd ask you to ponder not just to quickly respond to that, but to make sure that if you do give your commitment to that, you are able to be present, because of course space is limited there. So Year 12 will give you a day or so, and then we'll open that up to the remainder of Nudgee to be present to those indoor GPS events for this weekend. Particularly to seniors, but others have also been asking about GPS swimming, and we know that our GPS team for swimming will be presented next week, and the GPS Championships is on Friday week. So Nudgee community, GPS swimming is held at Chandler, and that is run by Queensland Stadiums. And so they are a semi-government organisation, and they follow very strictly all the COVID restrictions. So the GPS principals will be speaking across this week in terms of whether, what extent there will be spectators and whether there can be cheering and so on. So hopefully we'll have more details on that I'll be able to share with college leaders by the end of this week. Just in terms of a cheering practice, we will have one of those next week for GPS swimming. I'm meeting with Mr. Cannell and Mr. Proud this afternoon, and I know they're talking about a return to a cheering practice at the swimming pool. So we look forward to that. Gentlemen, our house assemblies are on Thursday morning, and I know that there'll be some work going into showcase as well. Please note where you are for house assembly. I ask Will Rooston to lead us in 3 cheers. Thank you, Will. Gentlemen, if we could be upstanding now, please, for our college song. Beneath our vibrant sphere, sitting down, thanks, man. Yeah. So first to exit today, guys, which we'll do in stages, if I could invite the boys who just received Principals Awards and their parents Mr. Fulliger would love to see you outside for some photographs. So principals, award winners and parents firstly, if you could please head out. If all of the doors to the side and if the two back doors, please, the two back doors can be open. I attempted to lead us in song there, gentlemen, but I had my microphone turned off, so that might say something about my singing ability. Okay, only the two houses in the back corner, the two houses in the back corner to go out the back doors. Thanks, guys.